Call of Duty Ghosts was underrated, arguably one of the most hated Call of Duties of all time. I went back to play Call of Duty Ghosts in the year 2023 and honestly had a blast of a time. Yes, there's less than 60 players on currently, which is probably more than the amount of fans that attended an Oakland Athletics game this year. Score. But going back and having the experience that I had with the amount of players that I had available to me, I was able to gain this kind of newfound respect for Call of Duty Ghosts. Not in the extinction mode though, because that is still trash. The game launched with 3 modes, a campaign that pretty much knew what it was very over the top action, even though at times it was kind of ridiculous.
We have to go back. Our dad's down there and we're not leaving without him.
That's real admirable of you, but your father's not there anymore.
Dad, this whole time you were one of them. You're a ghost.
Try the ghost.
You serious?
Even I just cringed rewatching that. It also felt like it had scenes ripped out of big Hollywood blockbusters, but the overall campaign was just filled with heart, good action, and a dog.
Dog model. We're really excited. Our new dog model.
Each mission gave you a unique and fun environment to play in, while also not ignoring the typical Call of Duty Michael Bay type shit. I will say the only gripe that I have with this entire campaign is the ending. The ending makes no sense. No one can tell me that a guy who got shot with a .44 Magnum, a caliber that is able to drop a car engine, is able to survive underwater, swim up, and then kidnap someone and drag them away. That makes no sense. Like, to this day, I just wish we got a Ghost 2 over Infinite Warfare, because I wanted this entire thing resolved so that way we could see what happened to Logan and Rourke and what everything else was supposed to mean. The Extinction mode made me want to gag. I'm sorry, I know there are people that like the Extinction mode, but it's probably like one of my least favorite things that Call of Duty's ever done. I'd rather have gotten Spec Ops over Extinction. It's just like a wannabe zombies mode with aliens. I tried playing it numerous times over the years, and it still to this day is one of my least favorite things. I can never get into it, and it just is so boring. But I'd say the multiplayer is where this game is super underrated. I would say myself and many others, because I used to hear the criticism all the time, where Ghost had a bad multiplayer. It felt really slow, it was too dark, the maps were too big. But having gone back in the year 2023 and experiencing the game with just 55 players, I realized how fun this game was. It has a great perk system, a great custom class system, a great customization system for all your different characters. I mean, not only could you play as a character like Makarov or Soup, but you also had various uniforms or helmets to customize your character with. And what was even more interesting was that each character that you built was like a prestige, meaning each time you prestige, you got a new character that you could unlock and customize. I think the biggest complaint about this game truly was its maps. If you didn't enjoy the multiplayer because of the maps, you're kind of justified in that, right? Because the maps are a little too big and at times they're a little too chaotic and they led to lots of camping, and it was hard to see people with the way the color palette was. With that being said, I don't think all the maps were necessarily bad. I think there were a lot of fun maps that you could play on, and personally I think the best 2 maps in the game were Strike Zone and Free. But I think one of the coolest parts of all these different maps is each one had their own kind of special little feature to them. Some would actually have certain parts of the map change over time, or if you completed some sort of contract, you could be like Michael fucking Myers. Yeah, that's no joke. Like, literally in Call of Duty Ghosts, you could be either Michael Myers or have ghost pirates as your allies. And I distinctly remember, like, when you get Michael Myers, they play the Michael Myers music as someone's playing as him and he chases you around the map. It's not pleasant. It's really, like, terrifying. But it made doing those contracts all that much more worth it because you got to play as one of the coolest characters in the entire game. But if you're looking at the opportunity of playing Call of Duty Ghosts in 2023, it's pretty unplayable. Like, I got into numerous lobbies where I was just sitting there and sitting there and sitting there. Like, I got a lot of other things done. Like, I have my taxes ready for next year. I listened to Dixie D'Amelio's I Wanna Be Happy, but I didn't really play many matches. But from what I was able to play in the year 2023, I had tons of fun. I really wish I was less critical of this game and just appreciated the game that was in front of me at the time. But that's just how the Call of Duty cycle goes. Everything's in hindsight and you go, wow, that game maybe wasn't as bad as this current one. But I'd like to know what you have to say. Do you think Call of Duty Ghosts was underrated, or do you think it was properly rated as one of the worst Call of Duties of all time? I'd like to know what you have to say in the comments section below. I'd also want to know what your favorite aspect of Call of Duty Ghosts was, because there had to be something that you enjoyed the most. And if you enjoyed this video, great. If not, well, it doesn't get much better. But if you liked it just enough, maybe consider leaving a like and subscribing, because it really does help out the channel. Thanks for watching, and well,